watching Who's on Deck, and I'm your host, Leah Guy. Today's guest is probably the tallest guy on TV. He definitely ate his Wheaties when he was young.
Yeah, a box or two.
It's Grizz Chapman, ladies and gentlemen, straight from 30 Rock. Hey, Grizz.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to have you on because, one, I love your show. It's one of my favorite shows. 30 Rock is, to me, brought TV back to life.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and you have an interesting story in your personal life and in your career. Mm-hmm. So, first of all, in your career, you've been on 30 Rock since the beginning.
Yes, since day one.
Okay, how did you get that job?
Hardest audition I ever went on in my life.
Really?
I walked in, I shook Steve's hand, and I got the job.
Really?
I didn't have to talk, I didn't have to say anything.
He liked your look and everything.
I wouldn't even know. I really don't know. It was literally that. I walked in, how you doing, Steve? Shook his hand, wrote my name on the paper. All right, see you later. That was it.
Well, can you give me a job over there?
And they called me back like almost a year later, and they asked me was I still interested in doing it. And
well, before you went on that audition, you were a bodyguard to
I was
celebrities?
a celebrity bodyguard.
Okay, were you a bouncer at a bar too, or?
I did a little bit of everything.
Okay.
That called for security,
but you knew.
But my main goal was celebrity bodyguarding at the time, and I used to work some days, and I always knew that I wanted something more, and it wasn't necessarily more money, but it was just more.
Well, when you were a young boy, did you have a feeling like you were interested in acting or the arts, or were you more like wanted to be a fireman, or where were you when you were little?
When I was asked that question before, I really couldn't answer it until I really thought back. And as a kid, I used to talk to myself a lot. Mm-hmm. And, back then, like now you would think, he's kind of crazy if he sat and he spoke to himself. But back then, I was acting then.
I've met you before.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a stand-in a few years ago for Tina.
Okay.
Yeah, and I met you. And
I hope I was nice. Was I nice?
You know what? No, of course you were.
Was I mean to you?
Yeah, no, I hung out with Tracy most of the day, and he was... Tracy. Woo!
Yeah.
Tracy's something. And my little confession is I have a crush on Alec Baldwin.
Nice.
I don't care how wide his ass gets. I love him. Will you tell him that?
I'll make sure.
Give him my number? Okay.
Yeah,
all right, so that's my 30 Rock connection. There's a lot of controversy online about how tall you are. Do you mind if I measure you?
Let's do it.
Okay. Hang on. Can somebody come help? What does that say?
That's 7 feet about.
Yes.
7 feet. All right, we're not done yet. Okay, I got it. 29 across. Looks like 17 back here. On a personal level, you recently had a kidney transplant.
Yes.
So, leading up to the kidney transplant, did you know that you were sick? Did you feel bad?
Well, the funny thing about kidney disease is you don't feel a way. You don't feel that much of a difference. You have signs.
Like, what are the signs? Lethargy, like fatigue and stuff?
One of the biggest signs is a heavy metallic taste in your mouth. Another sign is swollen ankles, fatigue, always thirsty.
Were you scared?
No.
Oh, I'd be terrified.
I was more scared that he wouldn't show up. More or less than the actual surgery.
So this guy flew from Arizona to New York. Mm-hmm. He got his kidney taken out. Where is the surgery, by the way? Does it go through the front or the back or side or what?
On him, they go through. They have 2 incisions in the front, and they go in, they cut it, they put it in a little bag, and they pull it out through his stomach. And then on me, they cut me from one side of my waist to the other side, and then they put the new kidney in front.
All the way across?
Yeah. I guess because I'm a big guy. I was just regularly going to dialysis, and one of the nurses inside my dialysis center asked me if I wanted to be a part of the kidney walk, to be a part of her team. So I said, sure, no problem. And not knowing that NBC had already set something up, and they had asked me if I wanted to be a part of the kidney walk. So when they asked me, I said, of course, okay.
So you should check your local areas, but you can also look online at teamgrizz.com to find out information there. And also the National Kidney Foundation, right? That's the organization.
Kidney.org.
Kidney.org. And there's a lot of ways to get involved.
GrizzChapman.net also.
Thanks, Grizz. And don't forget to tell Alec because I really love him. Grizz Chapman, you guys.
All right.
Thanks.